It's one of the most accessibly priced full PID controlled heat exchange boiler espresso machines on the market. If you love milk drinks and need to bang them out to serve a crowd, but can't plumb a machine directly to a water line, this high capacity, customizable beauty delivers where it counts, and it's handcrafted in Italy by a fourth generation family owned company with a passion for espresso. Hey espresso lovers, Marc here from Whole Latte Love. Today a deep dive into the Bezzera LUCE. If you're familiar with Bezzera's Magica, the LUCE is a next generation upgrade to that machine with externally adjustable brew pressure, new higher level gauge positions, housing color options, and more. You know, some other manufacturers have offerings at this level, but they have defined temperature presets like the Profitec Jump or Rocket Apartamento TCA. On the LUCE here, you get full degree by degree temp control. Beyond that, the LUCE has higher capacities with a water tank that beats them both by more than 25% and a 2-liter copper boiler that's larger than those machines. And it all comes at a lower price without compromising quality. As we'll see in testing, the machine has no problem rapidly serving a crowd with near instant steam recovery and very stable brew temps without the need to flush, pulling doubles at 3-minute intervals. So coming up, what I like and what you need to know about the machine. Usage tips, my performance testing, a look at internals, I'll run down the included accessories, as well as some recommended upgrades. Ultimately, you're going to learn if the LUCE is the right machine for you. Now, before we get into it, why not take a second and subscribe to the channel with those notifications enabled? You know, we've got weekly live streams and tons of other content, including brewing techniques, DIY projects, product reviews, and more. And of course, we hope to see you in the comments with your comments and questions. With that, let's get brewing. So the Bezzera family's been in the espresso game since 1901. Yeah, over a century of coffee know-how. They're now into their 4th generation, and back in 2018, I had the pleasure of meeting Luca Bezzera and his father during a visit to their production facility just outside Milan. We got the full behind-the-scenes tour, watching everything from raw materials to final machine testing, and let me tell you, that's where Bezzera really stands out. See, while a lot of manufacturers are piecing things together from third-party suppliers, Bezzera is busy making the good stuff themselves. So boilers, housings, pipe fittings, you name it, they probably made it in-house. Now, on that trip, I visited a bunch of other manufacturers, but hands down, Bezzera had the most real deal, authentic, hands-on Italian craftsmanship of them all. It's the kind of thing that, you know, maybe, just maybe, you're gonna be able to taste in the cup. You know, I've used and been inside just about every semi-automatic espresso machine available in North America over the past 15 years. So let me give you the rundown on what really stands out to me about the LUCE. So the first thing you'll notice when you step up to it, the layout. Dual gauges and a PID controller, they're mounted up high where you can actually see them. A lot of machines tuck that stuff down low, and depending on your height, you're gonna end up maybe doing a bend and peak every time you wanna check pressures or temps. Brew pressure is externally adjustable using an Allen wrench through an access port underneath the drip tray. The pressure adjusts from about 4 to 13 bar. That's an impressively wide range, more than what you're gonna get on most machines. While we are seeing more vibration pump machines with external pressure adjustment, there are still plenty that require opening the case to get at the OPV to do that. Flow control is available as an optional upgrade on the LUCE and includes a group-mounted pressure gauge. With it, you can do things like grinding finer for long low-flow pre-infusions to bring more solubles to your cup for more body and depth of flavor in specialty coffees, or maybe tame the brightness often found in very fresh from roast beans, or even save a shot if it's running too fast. And when you want to change brew pressure, just close the flow valve. You don't need to use a backflush disc. Turn the adjustment and set your pressure using the gauge. Steam and hot water are delivered through insulated, no-burn wands, so you're not going to be scorching your fingers. Plus, milk is less likely to bake on, so there's going to be easier cleanup. And they're controlled by joystick valves, which is awesome. You can lock them on or just feather them for quick bursts. You know, I really like the commercial style wire grate over the drip tray. It stays cleaner, in my opinion, than flat style covers, and it's got that real espresso bar vibe. Pop the tray off, and there's a cool structural detail. The Luce is built on a stainless steel frame with front to back support rails. No bolted or welded drip tray brackets that can get mangled in shipping. This thing, it is solid. Also, credit where it's due. I am a fan of the stock portafilter design. It features Bezzera's logo, and when you're using a double spout, it sits flat for easy tamping. It's little details like this that make a difference. Swinging around the outside, this machine, yeah, it's got those color options: sage green, black, white, and a classic stainless. And for a personal touch, upgrade with real wood accent kits. There's rosewood, walnut, tiger maple, sapele, wenge, even zebra wood. And check out the back. There's a bold dimensional version of Bezzera's Biscone Snake Eating Man logo. Yes, it's a guy and a snake. It's a Milan thing. Now, I've seen it in person on the castle walls over in Milan. Super cool. You'll also find Bezzera's new updated logo on the front panel, the portafilter handles, and the drawstring bag. You know, all in all, the Luce really does check a lot of boxes. It's smartly designed, solidly built, and easy to use. Since the Luce uses a heat exchange boiler, you can brew and steam at the same time, a major win for milk drink lovers. Now, here's the behind the scenes bit most folks don't think about. If your steam and shot times are close, pulling that off smoothly can be a bit of a dance. But no worries here, the Luce frosts 5 ounces to 140 in just 16 seconds. If your shot takes, say, 25, you've got time to kick off your shot, steam the milk, and blend it all perfectly without needing an extra arm. It's those thoughtful performance touches like fast recovery and big capacities that make this machine a joy to use. Another nice touch, Bezzera gives you slightly larger filter baskets. It's going to be 10 grams for the single and 20 grams for doubles. That double is basically a baby triple, perfect for juicy specialty grade shots, extra large lattes, or splitting into 2 smaller drinks that lean more towards the coffee side than the milk. The PID controller, super simple. Press the minus button, then the plus button to start setting your brew temp. Best part, you're setting the actual brew temperature, not guessing based on some boiler offset chart like on some other HX machines. To switch between Fahrenheit and Celsius, tap the minus button twice to select UOM for unit of measure and toggle the display there. Now in my test, brew temps were spot on and stable. You can pull back-to-back shots every 3 minutes with no flushing and expect to be within a degree Fahrenheit of your set temperature. That's solid. Plan on turning the Luce on about 18 minutes before use to give that big boiler an E61 group time to fully heat soak. Want it ready on your schedule? You know, go ahead, plug it into an appliance-rated smart plug, and after it's fully warmed up, or if it's been sitting idle for a while, just do a quick 5-second flush before your first shot. For shots within 3 to 5 minutes of each other, no flush needed, but a short rinse, it's never gonna hurt. Coming up, detailed brew temperature results using in-puck measurements during real extractions. We'll see how closely temps match the 200 Fahrenheit PID setting, how quickly you can pull consistent back-to-back shots, and check the steaming performance, water added during frothing, and recovery time. Prior to brew temp testing, the Luce was on an idle for 33 minutes. I did a 5-second flush, then ran 10 extractions, spaced about 3 minutes apart. After the first 7, the machine sat idle for 1 hour. I flushed at 5 seconds again and ran the final 3 shots. Each used 17 grams of coffee to a 1-to-2 ratio, extracting in 23 to 30 seconds. Only the initial and post-idle shots, again, only those were flushed. Temp was logged with a K-type thermocouple inside a filter basket at 1-second intervals. I'm reporting the average temp per shot. All shots were impressively within 1.4 degrees of the 200-degree set point. Exceptional for an HX machine. If you want to see full real-time data, check the video I've linked below. Bottom line, outstanding thermal stability and quick turnaround between shots. It's ideal for serving groups. For steam testing, I followed the SCA protocol, frothing 5 ounces of fridge cold milk to greater than 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Across 3 tests, steam time averaged just over 16 seconds with water gain of around 11.5 grams. That's under 9%. Both of those are excellent, beating some pricier dual boiler machines in that category. Boiler recovery after steaming, fast. It took just 11.5 seconds to return to 1.2 bar. I also stress tested it by steaming continuously for 1 minute 30 seconds, and it still only took 33 seconds to recover to full pressure. In short, Luce nails it on both brew and steaming performance. Already got Todd with me. Todd, we're going to take a look inside the Luce, see what you think, right?
Yeah, sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, first of all, very well made. Very easy to get inside. You ever have to service it, it's very easy to do. I love the way this is laid out, all the parts and pieces. Over here you have your 2 gauges, very accessible. These are your 2 fittings going into the back of the E61 group, and your copper tube down to your heat exchanger. Very nice heat exchanger, unique to Bezzera. And one thing I noticed on this that's very cool is all E61 groups that have a heat exchanger, work with a heat exchanger, have a restrictor that restricts the flow going so it doesn't overheat.
The thermosiphon flow.
The thermosiphon, exactly.
Yeah.
And this one is built right into here, which is cool. So it's not removable, totally different than the others.
Right.
So I do like that a lot. All hard copper piping. The only time they don't use the hard copper piping is this Teflon here, and that's used for vibration resistance.
Right, keeps it a little quieter.
Keeps it quieter.
And as we know, Bezzera makes a lot of their own stuff, right?
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
We've been there.
It's an incredible factory. Yep.
Yep.
Up over here we have the PID, and that's controlled up here through this ribbon cable to the actual display on the front, but the actual PID is here. And down on the bottom, underneath all this, is a level control for the boiler, keep the water level. But it's kind of cool, again, for servicing is nice. At the very bottom here, they have this plate here that can come off, and from there you can pull out the control board and service it.
And there's a drain for the main section of the boiler here.
Like that.
It'll get most of the water out of there, right?
Yep, drain the boiler there. And so over here we have the the solenoid valve for filling the boiler. And up here is how you get water into the heat exchanger, and then it comes out there and there up into the group. Safety valve here, vacuum relief valve here, and there's your temperature probe.
And the fill level probe and the OPV.
Oh yeah, really cool. I know it's just an OPV, but it's a cool OPV. It's very nice, very well made, very adjustable.
Yeah, 4 to 13 bar in that, more than I see on most.
Yep. Good quality, very good quality.
All right.
So overall, great machine inside.
All right, Todd, thanks so much for taking us through the internals on the Luce there.
Happy to.
In the box with the Bezzera Luce, you get single and double spouted portafilters, those larger 10-gram single and 20-gram double filter baskets, a back flush disc, a cleaning brush, and a powder-coated aluminum tamper that's going to come in a drawstring bag. And that's got a beveled edge on it that pairs perfectly with the included filter baskets. The Luce's E61 group is upgrade ready too. Add flow control and/or the press sensor, which syncs with an app and connects to popular espresso scales like the Varia Accu Pro via Bluetooth to record pressure and flow during your shots. Now, I've got a whole video on that one, so check it out if you're curious. Want to make it your own? Choose again from those 4 body colors and the 6 real wood accent kits. Yeah, it can look as good as it performs. Need a grinder to match? I got a couple over here. Bezzera's BB005, I call it Bubba, is a solid value pick for around $400. It gives you 48mm conical burrs, stepless grind adjustment, and a sturdy, simple design that outclasses the cheaper plastic crowd. If you brew using multiple methods, the Chiato Life X is an excellent option with quick adjustment from grinding for espresso right out to French press. The 50mm flat X burrs are designed for multi-purpose grinding. Out of the box, you can use it as a hopper fed or a single dose grinder. The Luce here is a milk drink machine through and through. Its large boiler delivers powerful steam with lightning fast recovery, so cranking out back-to-back lattes for a crowd, no problem. Performance-wise, it stacks up impressively, even against higher-end dual boilers, though you might give up extras like programmable pre-infusion or maintenance reminders, but if you're into the pre-infusion, do check out the flow control. You can do the same thing right there. If plumbing in isn't an option for your setup, but you still want serious capacity and performance, the Bezzera LUCE is a fantastic pick, especially for the price. It's got the muscle, the versatility, and with those body color and wood accent options, it's a real looker too, and hey, that never hurts. Now, do you have questions on espresso basics or anything coffee? Drop those down in the comments. You know, I love helping our subscribers. I'm Marc from Whole Latte Love, and if you love coffee and espresso as much as I do, be sure to hit that subscribe button. A world of coffee content is always just a click away. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you here again soon for more of the best on everything coffee, brought to you by Whole Latte Love.